Is there a second gen beer style for the hef yeast? It's expensive to do a one and done. All right, now this is interesting, man. I'm going to give you some rough and ready tips, and maybe Richard Priest, if he's out there listening, he's not out there listening, but maybe his spidey senses are going off right now. Or maybe Dr. Matt Winans, who I'm going to be interviewing, PhD yeast guy from Fermentus. Maybe he's turning in his grave right now, even though he's alive. Maybe they're going to hate what I have to say about hef yeast. But one of my big takeaways from that video, Jamie, was they prop up from a new pitch every time. So they do one and done for their hef. The reason that they can do it is because they can prop the yeast up. They make a lot of wort. They can prop up wort for it, grow up the yeast. And so they're spending a lot less money on the yeast, and it makes it more cost effective to be one and done with it. I know a lot of people that only want that first generation. Okay. And it goes against what a lot of people will say. You know, I've heard a lot of yeast people say, well, once you start using a yeast and get to multiple generations, you're going to be getting more of what you want out of that yeast. It's going to kind of find its range. It's going to be happy rolling. And maybe that's just, you know, like, I don't know, like hearsay kind of stuff. But, you know, a lot of people will say it. A lot of people like to do one and done. Now, I've been in a situation where I can't do one and done with that strain. And so I have definitely repitched it. Me personally, I love a Dunkelweiss. I think I don't have my books behind me anymore. They're over there right now. What I would do is I would take a peek at that Brewing Classic Styles Dunkelweiss, look at that recipe, turn it in percentages, and then see what you want to play with a little bit. Use it as a template. I think it's a really well put together beer. Dunkelweiss it was one of my favorite styles, especially early on. Franziskaner Dunkelweiss was one of my favorites. Was absolutely one of my favorite. One thing that I would like to note, again, maybe this is where the yeast gurus will have an issue. I know people that will pitch half the typical pitch rate and air rate half as much as they usually do. And now I know we're just using, I'm using pub language right now, not to besmirch our pub people. I'm a pub person, but a lot of us can't measure dissolved oxygen. You know what I mean? Some of us don't always have all the stuff to be able to count our yeast cells and everything like that and viability. You know, I've seen people go with smaller pitches and under aeration. And then there's a wide range of fermentation temps that people do. When I have done that, when I have underpitched and under aerated, I had made some of my best Weizen style beers. Now, that's just kind of talking shop around making Hefeweizen. Other people might have different experience. Do know that when you harvest that yeast, make sure that you are like kind of dumping off the bottom of that cone gently. And it's not going to look like what you're used to. It's going to look like really hazy beer. You're not going to get like a really exciting, thick repitch off of it. If you can know the density of that sample that you're pulling, it will better tell you how much volume you should be pushing into the next beer. If you go back into some bootstrapped ways of handling yeast, you know, I've done by weight before, but that's when it's mostly slurry. It's not going to be mostly slurry when you're harvesting off of that hef, Jamie. But yeah, I would go Dunkelweiss, and you know, so you're gonna get your hef on right now, and it's July. It's halfway through July. It is going to cool off sooner than later, so get that Dunkelweiss in. If you want to get wild and do a third one, Weizenbach. Just keep it right in the family, baby. Roll from pale, light, amber, and then to big and strong. See what you can do with it. You're going to need a robust pitch if you do go for a bigger Weizen style beer. That would be my take on what to be doing with that second gen, and also just some thoughts on hef in general. So anyways, Jamie, hope you're doing well. Keep grinding up there, brother. Go visit Test Batches. And what was it? Is it Midland? Is it called Midland, Jamie? Anyways, I think it's Midland, Ontario.